Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pedro, and you are now tuned into the Alpha Success Network. On this auspicious day, we are going to have a very powerful conversation on the subject of low self-worth. Some time back, I posted a video on my YouTube channel on this specific subject. I do believe the video was called Low Self-Worth, Stop Seeking Approval from Other People. And in this specific video, I spoke about how in my own childhood, I had some very traumatic experiences that led me to develop a low sense of self-worth. And consequently, when I grew up to become an adult, I was constantly and continuously seeking for approval of my self-worth from other people, from other relationships, okay, from my level of success. So this video was a very powerful video because I noticed that it received a lot of views and it received a lot of comments. And recently a gentleman commented on that video and told me, hey Pedro, you know what, I did not experience anything bad in my childhood, but now as an adult, I am always seeking approval from other people. I have a very high level of social anxiety. I am always jealous of other people, and I am always comparing myself to other people. So what I'd like to do in this video is I would like to have a conversation with you all around this subject of low self-worth, and we're going to be focusing on those 4 areas that this gentleman shared with me. So what are we talking about? We're going to be talking about number 1, always seeking approval. Number 2, having a high level of social anxiety. Number 3, always being jealous of other people. And number 4, comparing yourself to other people. By the end of this video, you're going to have some ideas on the origin of low self-worth, if this is something that plagues you. And you're going to have some ideas of, some of the things that you can do to begin to develop a high level of self-worth, which will help you become more comfortable in social interactions, that is less social anxiety. And as you develop a high level of self-worth, then you will have no need to be jealous of other people, nor compare yourself to other people, because you will be comfortable underneath your own skin. So let's kick off the conversation by having a very powerful, by exploring a very powerful question. And the question goes something like this: where does low self-worth stem from? You know what I'm saying? And we're going to immediately jump into the first question my friend asked me as it pertains to seeking approval from other people. I'm going to give you a very clear example. If you look back in your own childhood, you know what I'm saying, unless you are very lucky in that you grew up in a loving family, a conscious family, a caring family, if you look back into your childhood, nothing bad may have happened to you, but you may notice that you did not receive adequate love, attention, and affirmation of your self-worth from your primary guardians, whoever they were. Okay, so I'm going to use my own example, and I'll let you think about experiences in your own life. Growing up, a child needs certain things to feel that they are worthy. For example, a child needs to feel that the parents, the mom and dad, are always there to spend time with them, are always there to play with them. Their parents take them to do fun things as they're growing up. So for myself, I did not spend a lot of time with my parents. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like my dad, for example, was never there. never there at all. You know, he would work all day, and then in the evening he would go out drinking. So I never got to spend a lot of time with my father. Another situation that I noticed when I was growing up was I didn't have a lot of the things that other children had. I didn't have the video games, I didn't have the board games, I didn't have what I would consider nice clothes. I felt like I was deprived of both physical material, and also I was deprived of love. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm growing up as a child, I really do not know the impact of this. But when I got into my adult life, I noticed for myself that I started seeking approval from the world without. And seeking approval from the world without for me came from number one, pursuing success very, very ambitiously, because I concluded in my mind that the more successful I am, the more people will love me. Because when I was growing up, I seen that people who had money had a lot of attention, they had a lot of friends, they had a lot of power, they had a lot of influence, right? So this is just my own experience. You know, if you go back into your childhood, look at the situations that were in front of you when you were growing up. You know, did you receive adequate love? Did you receive adequate attention? Did you receive adequate care? Did you receive a lot of quality time from your parents? You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't receive this, then there's a very, very good chance that when you go out into relationships with other people, whether it's professional or whether it's personal, you will begin to notice that you are looking to other people to actually approve of you, because you do not approve of yourself. So for myself, I felt less than, and therefore I was looking for things that would make me feel more than. Okay? So this is the conversation that we're having. It's a very, very, very deep conversation. It took me almost 8 years to really work on my low sense of self-worth, and today I can say that I'm comfortable underneath my own skin. I have a high level of self-worth. I don't compare myself to other people, and I totally believe in and love myself. So what are some of the things that we can do to get from a low sense of self-worth to a high sense of self-worth? But before we get into that, I want you to understand that this low sense of self-worth is what leads to social anxiety when you're around other people. This feeling like you're just not comfortable around other people. It occurs because you're not comfortable beneath your own skin. The reason you are jealous of other people is because you believe that they are better than you. And the truth is, nobody is better than you. Everyone is just different from you. So you have to discover your own sense of intrinsic self-worth, and therefore you will not be jealous of other people's accomplishments, gifts, and or talents. And this will stop you from comparing yourself to other people. So what are some of the things that you can do to help you develop a high level of self-worth? You know, it's very, very important to just get back to the basics. Number one, you really want to begin a program of personal development. What do you mean by personal development, Pedro? I mean self-learning, self-improvement. Learning about yourself, learning about your mind, learning about your emotions, learning about your past, learning about your body, learning about the relationship you have with yourself, you know. And you do this in two ways. Number one, by reading books that can help you learn more about yourself. Reading books that help you learn more about how your mind functions. Reading books that help you learn how to transform your thinking patterns from negative to positive. Reading books that teach you how to become a motivated individual. an enthusiastic individual, an optimistic individual. So we're just talking about personal growth and development, reading material that empowers you to become a greater human being. And you will notice that if you engage in personal growth and development every single day, I do this every single day. If you engage in personal growth and development, you'll begin to grow towards becoming the best version of yourself. And as you grow towards becoming the best version of yourself, then you will notice that you are developing a higher level of self-worth. Your level of social anxiety will reduce. You will stop comparing yourself to other people, and you will not be jealous of other people, because you will know that within you, you have the power to create your reality as you dream it. You know what I'm saying? Your ideal vision, you're able to create it just through personal growth and development. So I really want to encourage you to begin to spend time every single day to put valuable information into your consciousness. Okay? Another thing that I want you to do is become very conscious when you're out in social interactions. Begin to observe yourself in social interactions. Observe when you are feeling a high level of social anxiety. Observe when you're feeling a low sense of self-worth. Observe when you're jealous of other people. Observe when you're comparing yourself with other people, and begin to write down what happens that causes you to have those feelings. Get a journal, and as you begin to write down your experiences in this journal, you will begin to see very clearly how you are behaving, and also you'll begin to see very clearly the impact of that behavior on your quality of life, on your happiness, on your peace of mind, on your joy, on your harmony. And they say that the beginning of transformation is awareness. When you become aware of the things that you're doing, then you're able to begin making transformations in your life. This is a very, very big topic, but I'm just going to give you one more tip that I'd highly recommend you to implement in your life. I want you to become very conscious about taking phenomenal care of yourself, showing yourself a lot of self-love, taking care of your body, working out, eating the right foods, sleeping right, taking time off to nurture your spirit, go into nature, taking time off to develop your mental health, by just being relaxed. Because, my dear friends, when you take care of your body, mind, and spirit, you are filled with an abundance of energy. You feel phenomenal. And when you feel great, my dear friends, you will notice that you have a higher level of self-worth. You feel like you have a higher level of self-worth. You feel like you have a lower level of social anxiety. And when you go out into the world, you're just feeling good. You're feeling good. And when you're feeling good, you begin to experience less and less and less negative emotions, and more and more positive emotions come into your life. And this, my dear friends, is the beginning of change. So with that, I'm wishing you success on your journey of transformation to the greatest version of yourself. If you have any more specific questions about this subject, just leave a comment, just reach out to me directly, and I can create more videos that will help you enhance your level of self-worth and reach out for the greatness that has been reserved for you.